Joining us live is Meg Stapleton, Governor Palin's former press secretary. Welcome, Meg.
Oh, thanks, Greta. Glad to be here.
Now, Meg, we're hearing things that your governor took on the oil industry up there. What's that all about? Because we're trying to sort this out and figure it out.
Well, I'm really glad you asked, because when it comes to Governor Palin and her executive and management experience, I don't think there's any better example than how she took on these oil companies. And I think the primary example is the fact that after more than 3 decades of many governors trying to get a natural gas pipeline down to the lower 48, is what we call it, to serve and heat America's homes and businesses, only this governor has been able to move that forward and to actually get fieldwork in action, and we believe a natural gas pipeline in the next 10 years.
Why was she able to do this? I mean, all you Alaskans say she's essentially perfect. And so, I'm trying to figure this out. Like, you say she's the only one that's been able to do it. Why could she do it?
Well, she did it, first of all, because as a conservative, she stepped back and let the competitive markets drive the situation rather than trying to meet behind closed doors and force the situation and relinquish the state's sovereignty. She's able to do it also, Greta, because she operates and manages through common sense as well. She researches, she vets, she listens to all the commissioners, and she goes through this intense process where she questions and interrogates over and over again until she gets that answer and until she realizes the best route to get there. And that was the way to do it, and she used it through common sense by saying the way to do this is through a competitive market and not behind closed doors. And that was one of the biggest problems up here in terms of corruption involved the oil and gas industry, and she took that on, Greta.
All right, so I've spoken to head of the Alaska National Guard and to Mayor Wasilla, and now to you. You guys all, obviously admire her and like her. Step outside for a second and take a look around. What's her popularity in the community, in the state?
Oh, well, the numbers alone prove it. Her popularity is more than 80%. And it's funny, because when she was first elected, Greta, they asked me to join, and she asked me to join, and I said, boy, your popularity is so high already. When she started, I think it was even 85, 90, and it may be well up toward 90 right now. I just know it's in the 80s. She started, and I said, that's a lot of pressure, because you only have to go down. You can't go up from a 90 percentile approval. So she is incredibly popular, and I think it's because she reaches through and over and around to each and every Alaskan, just as she did the other night to every American, and just as she will as Vice President of the United States. She is your average person, and as everyone says, your average hockey mom, and you can prove it because she drives herself to work. She pumps her own gas. She goes grocery shopping. She goes to Costco. This is a governor that is very much in touch with every single Alaskan and has always put the best interests of Alaskans first. And I can tell you, in every cabinet meeting and in every day-to-day in meeting with her, that was always her #1 concern, was what's in the best interest of Alaskans. And I know that's what we need in Washington, D.C., and that's what she's going to take to Washington, D.C. Let's worry about Americans and not the special interests.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, she's got a lot of fans in her home state, because we hear nothing but good things. It's amazing at the level of enthusiasm all you Alaskans have, and we're happy to meet your governor. Thank you, Meg.
You're welcome. America would be blessed, and we're proud that we can introduce you to her.
Thank you. Now we know